What if I told you modern discipline didn't start in Silicon Valley? It started in mosques. Time discipline, clean routines, daily accountability. Islam didn't teach laziness. It trained minds to live with purpose. That system shaped civilizations long before the modern world caught up. Long before time became something people tried to manage, Islam taught humans to respect it. Time was not treated as a flexible resource that could be bent to personal comfort, but as a trust that carried responsibility. Fixed prayer times divided the day with precision, tying human activity to the movement of the sun. This meant life could not drift without structure. People had to be aware of where they were in the day, what they were doing, and what moment was approaching next. Over time, this created a deep internal awareness of time. Waking before dawn was not about productivity hacks, but about discipline. Pausing in the middle of work for prayer was not an interruption, but a reminder that time had value beyond profit. Returning to tasks afterward trained focus instead of burnout. This system worked because it was consistent and unavoidable. There were no excuses, no postponements, and no negotiations with the clock. Discipline became part of identity. Communities learned to coordinate life together. Markets adjusted to prayer rhythms. Education followed structured hours, and public life flowed with predictability. Trust grew because people could rely on timing. This mindset quietly shaped how societies function. Centuries later, modern systems rediscovered the same principle under new names: time blocking, structured routines, and daily schedules. What is promoted today as innovation is, in reality, the echo of a system that had already trained millions to live with order and intention. Clean routines were not introduced as cosmetic habits, but as a foundation for clarity. Islam tied cleanliness to daily life in a way no civilization had done before. Regular washing, physical order, and personal care were not optional or occasional. They were built into the rhythm of the day. This constant return to cleanliness had a deeper effect than hygiene alone. It trained the mind to reset. Each act of washing became a pause, a moment of renewal, and a reminder of self-respect. A clean body encouraged a clear mind, and a clear mind supported disciplined action. Over time, this created individuals who were mentally organized, emotionally steady, and socially reliable. When routines are clean and predictable, chaos loses power. People become less reactive and more intentional. This is why Islamic societies emphasized order in homes, learning spaces, and public life. Clean routines reduced distraction, sharpened focus, and supported long hours of study and work. Today, modern psychology echoes the same truth. Structured routines reduce anxiety and increase performance. What is rarely acknowledged is that this insight was lived daily in mosques and homes long before it appeared in self-improvement books. Islam did not rely on external forces to enforce discipline. It built accountability into the very fabric of daily life. Each person was responsible for their actions, not to a manager or a teacher alone, but to themselves and to God. This sense of personal accountability created a culture where individuals naturally measured their performance, reflected on their progress, and corrected mistakes without coercion. Daily prayers, fasting, and structured routines reinforced this internal monitoring. People became self-directed, aware of consequences, and motivated to maintain consistency in all aspects of life. Over time, this internalized discipline became a habit, forming individuals who could manage their responsibilities independently while contributing positively to society. Unlike systems that rely solely on external rules or supervision, this method produced reliability, integrity, and resilience, qualities that modern productivity experts often struggle to instill artificially. The true power of this system, however, extended far beyond individuals. These habits of time awareness, self-accountability, and structured routines collectively shaped entire civilizations. Education systems were organized around consistent schedules. ensuring students had focused learning periods. Markets and trade operated with predictable rhythms, fostering economic stability. Scholars and scientists could coordinate research and discoveries because time and discipline were respected universally. Governance, legal systems, and social interactions followed predictable patterns, reducing chaos and increasing efficiency. By creating a population that was disciplined, self-aware, and reliable, Islam laid the groundwork for thriving societies that advanced in science, arts, commerce, and culture. The ripple effect of these habits was immense. Individuals who mastered themselves contributed to communities that functioned smoothly, which in turn allowed knowledge, technology, and culture to flourish. What modern civilization often attributes to innovation or corporate culture was in many ways an echo of principles already practiced centuries ago. The Islamic system of structured routines and accountability provided the invisible scaffolding for progress, long before modern societies codified these principles into management books or productivity apps. This interconnected system of personal responsibility and societal organization illustrates how deeply disciplined habits can shape both the individual and the collective, creating sustainable growth and lasting impact across generations. And now imagine this. Every alarm you set, every routine you follow, every moment of focus in your day, it all traces back to a system built centuries ago in mosques, not boardrooms. The world unknowingly runs on the principles of discipline, accountability, and structure perfected long before modern civilization even existed. Don't just scroll through life, follow the path that shaped civilizations, and let these timeless habits transform yours. Subscribe for more eye-opening insights you never learned in school.